MotoGP leaves the Japanese Grand Prix of 2 weeks ago and heads down under. Welcome to Phillip Island for round 18 of MotoGP in 2024. It's time for qualifying to decide the running order for the Tito Sprint and the Grand Prix tomorrow. Mixed conditions mean it's going to be fantastic. Let's head down to Susie Perry.
We know that the riders have got slick information from yesterday, so they sort of know what to expect. But it's difficult because this wind chill, as we stand here, we can feel it blowing across the front straight. It's a different direction from yesterday, but it means the right side of the tyre is even more tricky to heat. You tip into turn 4, you tip into the hay shed, you tip into MG, and the front could let go all of a sudden. So those riders who can go out and tread the fine line of pushing really hard from the outset, Jack Miller's good at that, generating the temperature. It is such a fine line when you've got a narrow drying line, but that's what you need to put in. You're going to have slicks in the bike at the end of this Q1 session to get the lap time in. So yeah, this is where the MotoGP riders earn their money. It's so nerve-wracking when you go out there on a narrow dry line with slick tyres, entering turn 1 over this crest at north of 200 mile an hour, and you still have to commit. And you know the tyres may not stick.
And you've got to commit like no other in Q1 to get through to Q2. Obviously, 2 riders going through. We saw Fabio Quartararo 6th in that last session. But yesterday, most incredible shots of the back of that bike, the rear of that bike that's bunny bouncing along. I mean, it's extraordinary to see that. That must feel so awful when you're on the bike.
Yeah, it was more into those slower corners. This is breaking into turn 4. The judder from the rear end. At the time, I thought it must be something in the engine brake strategy. It was something not quite right with the slipper clutch, and the clutch has to work in harmony with the engine brake control with Fabio's feeling with the grip from the rear tyre, and it wasn't there. So yeah, the skipping just completely upset him, derailed his session. It's what caused him to check up a little bit, which put Jorge Martin on the deck. So the knock-on effect of it, but he looked good at the end of the session. Obviously jumped on the second bike. They are wet clutches in the Yamaha, so you have to open the engine to fix it. He jumped on his second bike and just missed out on a Q2 spot. Yeah. Alex Rins did make the grade, so Yamaha's working good around here. These aren't Fabio's conditions. He doesn't like it when it's a narrow dry line. He likes it with wets in or with dries in, but yeah, I don't know if Fabio's cut out for this one, but he's not scared of putting it on the line at the same time. Yeah,
there's some trepidation here because his teammate Alex Rins did make it through. Let's find out the latest from Maio Marigali.
Maio, before we discuss Q1 and your chances for Fabio, as we know Alex is already into Q2, we saw some mechanical issues for Fabio yesterday on the approach to turn 4. Can you explain what that was?
We had a problem with the clutch, and basically it was not opening correctly. Was a little technical issue, but luckily we could immediately understand and solve.
This isn't going to be an easy session to get out of here. There's so many that are competitive, and of course the weather conditions as well. What's Fabio's feedback after that session?
Feedback was not so bad, especially at the end. The track is getting dry, so now it's very tricky because it's not dry enough to go out with the slicks. So we are really considering to go out with medium front and rear rain. But then keeping an eye open and considering also to take the risk with the slicks. For sure in Q2 there are more possibility to go out with slicks, but you know, now it's getting dry very fast. It's windy, the sun is coming out. It's a very, very tricky condition. Unfortunately, it's difficult from this place. To jump in Q2, it won't be easy because there are also other quite competitive riders that are trying to move from Q1 to Q2. Let's see. I'm happy that Alex could achieve the Q2 yesterday, also because he got some confidence back, and for us it's very important. And it was also a bit sad or disappointed for Fabio because he missed the Q2 for a little, and we know that from Q1 to jumping Q2 is always very difficult.
Good luck.
You're welcome, thank you.
Thanks, Steve. Well, Maio Marigali there, echoing what Michael had said in that interview just before we went to him. Let's have a look and see if we can see if he is being brave on slicks, Michael. Tyre warmers off. We're desperately looking at the monitor to see.
I think it is wet weather tyres. Yeah. Probably the medium wets. So you've got to put it in a banker lap with these wet tyres. Look at Marini leaves on slicks. Zarco's on wets. I think Pedro's on
standing right next to the bikes going out there, so we had a decent look. Some competition, though, for Fabio in this one, Gavin. Jack Miller, Pedro Acosta and Enea Bastianini all with a chance of getting through here.
Here we go then, time for qualifying here at the Australian Grand Prix of MotoGP, and the bikes venture out onto the circuit. It's going to be a crucial session to see who's going to be in this one. Quartararo, Miller, Acosta, Zarco, Augusto Fernandez, Bastianini, Mia, Aleix Espargaro, Marini, Nakagami, Salvadorian, Ralph Fernandez, all having to venture out. The sea's getting choppier, the sky's still blue, track's still damp. Risks on someone wet, someone dries. Augusto Fernandez out there on dry tyres though, Megan. It's a real mixture. What on earth do you choose out there?
It really is a mixture, but personally, I would choose the slicks out there right now because it's showing no signs of raining within the next 15 minutes, so may as well get that practice in now.
Get the actual grip out there. The track's going to get faster and faster. I'm going to be expecting this to be a constant cycle. We usually have a gap in the middle. I reckon they're going to use the two bikes in this one.
Possibly, they might, just to get that little bit more knowledge of the track, because they obviously have missed out on a lot of the knowledge of the track this weekend so far, and this is a replay of, I think, one of the
It's Augusto Fernandez,
slicks.
showing it. He's on soft front and soft rear slick tyres. Luca Marini showing soft rear tyre. Can't see what he is on front tyre, medium front tyre for him. So he's too has got out on slicks. So so Juan Mir, Luca Marini's out there on slicks as well. Apparently Juan Mir's on medium front, medium rear. So that's how that's going to work out there to come through. We'll keep an eye out then. As look at that. Look, flag to flag bikes are going to be used, so they are going to use two. JT says I've been teleported again. Happy riders. I can't believe a channel like this exists with love hearts emojis. How do I support you guys? Just subscribe and watch along with us. That helps us as well. Everything else is automatic as well. Enjoy it all. Andrick says Enea and Quartararo will Q2. And now SHT saying, who are your picks? I'm saying Acosta and Zarco. Acosta, that's from SHT. And then Andrix has said, Acosta maybe as long as he don't crash again. SHT says, I feel like Zarco could be a sleeper in the pack. Julian's gone for Jack and Fabio in FP in Q2. Who are you going to be the two to progress to Q2?
Quartararo and Acosta.
Good picks there. I will go for... Well, I'm going to go for Pedro Acosta and Johan Zarco. I think they're going to be my two on that front as well. Just judging by Zarco's sheer love of this circuit, and his first ever victory came here last year.
He has been doing quite well today.
He was doing well yesterday, doing well today. First win came here a year ago as well. He's liking this circuit, and he likes the mixed conditions. It's giving him something back to it as they head down through Lukey Heights. That was Marini getting out of Juan Mir's way, and well, Marini just sort of drifting at the side of the circuit. Zarco's across the line. He sets our benchmarker. It's a 134.481. Quartararo's come back into the pits, Megan, so he wants dry tyres, not wets. Nakagami the same, so is Bastianini, and so is Acosta. So they're all going like, okay, it is slick tyre conditions. Although Zarco's time is faster than Augusto Fernandez. 136.666 for Fernandez on dries.
Wait,
so
what?
Wets are still faster than dries. And as things stands, apparently...
666.
Yeah, 666 as well. But apparently, look,
Or
dry...
6666.
Quartararo's going out on dries. Quartararo's out on dry tyres. Soft front, soft rear tyres. So
Finally.
yeah, they're making that switch now as well.
Getting the feeling of the track now, and I feel like he's definitely thinking, yeah, this is the right tyre I need to be on right now.
I am agreeing with SHT on his picks with Zarco and Acosta. I do agree with you. It's very rare that me and you do actually agree, Sean, on qualifying picks, but I am going that could be the two. Zarco's still up there. Miller's playing a genie in the bottle, but yeah, they're on wet tyres still.
Do you know, I saw a person in the crowd just then whose hat looked like a bumblebee. It was very cool.
You look like a bumblebee right now.
True! Sometimes I forget what I wear. I just look in the wardrobe and think, oh yeah, that's a nice colour. And it's first on the thing.
Yes, Megan, you're currently dressed as a bumblebee.
I'm a bumblebee.
Right there.
Buzz.
Yeah, well, you got the stingers on you, haven't you, to match as well. I haven't got the cool animation graphic on the qualifying stream yet. I can add that on the main screen. Marini goes 7th.
And Aleix Espargaro pits despite having 2 really good sector times. And it is getting darker out there.
Augusto Fernandez goes 3rd now, 1:35.231. So the soft tyres and crucially the dry tyres are getting faster. It's just taking that little bit longer to close back up on the overall running situations.
Do you know what? Why don't F1 do what MotoGP do and just put the number literally just in front of the pit box?
Oh no, it's bizarre, isn't it? I think they do in some regards, but we can't see it. It's like, I think they put it on the wall.
I suppose. Because we've seen it happen a bunch of times where people just go into the wrong garage.
Sorry, last time I was in Singapore, didn't we? Colapinto
Yeah.
went to the Alpine instead of the Williams.
Yeah, they were just like, there's a saboteur. He's come to steal the fuel.
Yeah, not exactly the one you're thinking. Let's see Anea's time. Where is Anea's time on the board?
Bastianini's currently
Haven't done one yet.
got no time. So he has to set a orange sector 2. He's the only person without time.
Marini's got the fastest middle sector as well up there, so he's still got some deltas. 23 thousandths faster. Oh, he's just got a 10th down actually. So
And I've only just processed that Bastianini is in this.
a red sector for both Repsols. Yeah, Mia and Marini, sectors 2 have got it through. Gone.
I've only just processed in my mind that Marini is currently in this session.
Yeah, well, that rain sort of did muck everybody up a bit as well, and Miller and Acosta having to go through this session as well isn't helping because they. Oh well, Miller must have got his lap time deleted then. Miller did a practice yesterday in 10th position, so he must have had his lap time deleted for causing the red flag. So he's having to go through this session now as well. I've just realised that this second. So that's.
I feel like we're missing out on like processing that a lot of people are here.
Yes. I say it's a very star-studded, packed Q1, isn't it? Usually,
Yeah, it is.
Usually Q1's not this massive.
Yeah. It's just like, oh, you're here.
Yeah. Acosta's 3/10 up in the first sector as well.
It's like, what are you doing here?
Is it me or have they all gone to slicks? Yeah, because
Yeah,
Zarco's
they
coming
all
to the
have.
pits. Yeah, yeah.
They've all decided to conform to for dry tyres.
Yeah. You're not leaning forward now, so I can turn the camera back.
Woohoo.
Yeah, they've swapped over once again. Marini has gone. Marini goes to the top. Yeah, look at Marini. He's fastest actually.
Whew.
1:33.980. And Acosta goes top. Acosta now 1:33.070. Mia, Marini, Bastianini. What did you say about Zarco?
Zarco was second.
Ah, but now he's
before.
dropped down to 3rd. Yes,
Yeah.
with you now.
He might be able to get back up there. And
Stand back! We might have a Honda fastest here. I'm not even joking. Luca Marini is looking like a bat out of hell here in Australia over the line, and Luca Marini's gone fastest.
where's this pace bit?
1:32.940. It's like when Yamaha suddenly found pace here a couple of years ago. Do you remember when what is it? Vinales and Rossi finished 1st and 2nd after 2 seasons of misery.
I feel like he's been hiding this pace that he suddenly found.
Acosta's got 4/10 faster than, so the track's improving. It's going to come down to who's on the track last, really, isn't it? Again.
Yeah. Whoever can manage to hold off until the checkered flag.
And the 2 who go through are going to have enormous data for qualifying too now on dry tyres.
They will.
The only real dry running.
Yeah.
So this is mega now.
Look at Acosta's time.
He's just getting faster and faster, isn't he? He's 8/10 quicker than Marini's time, and the rear that gas is bouncing around as well like a buckaroo over the line. Then I turn 14. He's still trying to struggle it together. Pedro Acosta goes fastest with a 1:31.627, 1.3 seconds faster than Marini, and Mia and Marini are still faster than that by 3/10 and a second. Marini's still in now by 57 thousandths of a second.
Do you know what it feels like? It feels like it should come to a natural conclusion in this bit.
Yeah.
But we've still got 5 minutes.
And the track's just going to get faster and faster, and it's going to get more and more rapid as the session goes on. That's what we like to see here. Here we go then.
Oh, a little bit of a wobble there.
Mia second. Marini second.
Geez, Marini really just doesn't want to give it up.
Ideally, if Repsol get their times right, they could both go through.
We could. I mean, look at Marini. He's already done a red Sector 1.
Yeah, he has. And Acosta's 6/10 up on his own best time as well as Augusto Fernandez. Well, hang on a minute. Ralph Fernandez did go fifth, but now Enea Bastianini's moved up to fourth. So that they've swapped over a little bit on that board. Acosta down into Lukey Heights.
We're about to get a big fight going on.
Yeah. Jack Miller's gone fourth. 132.9.
Acosta has found almost 6/10 in his own time.
He's just getting faster and faster, isn't he? He almost doesn't care about what's happening out there on the circuit.
He's just like, oh, there's other people here?
Acosta's, well, hang on, he's got Marini. Look at that from Acosta. 130.853. Fastest by 7/10 of a second on his own best time. 8/10 to Marini. Zarco 6th, Nakagami 9th. So the LCR's not doing that good. Repsol are improving. Marini's 2,000ths faster than Acosta. Bastianini now estimated to go P1 as I just bit my gum.
That is not good. Which side?
Yeah, go.
Okay, so 3 minutes 30 left of the session so far. Luca Marini does a 131.092. That is almost 2.5 tenths slower than Acosta's time. Bastianini, who we're currently on board with, is just entering the approach to the line now. Almost a tenth behind, and what's he do is
He's
crosses the line.
matched it!
Woohoo!
He's matched Acosta's time to the nearest 1,000th of a second. They've both done a 130.853.
They're the same.
Unbelievable. I didn't expect that. Did you?
No, I did not.
They have both matched it. Unbelievable. But
Not going to last long, though.
no, because Acosta's even faster. He has still found that pace time. Over the line now, and Acosta, a 129.976. Now we're getting faster.
How is he finding this time?
He could be on for his first ever Grand Prix victory or sprint race victory. If he can do it. He's had pole position, but he's yet to claim that both. Augusto Fernandez is a lap time deleted by the stewards. He's dropped down to 12th position.
Marini is looking to go in to second place, being 3/10 up, I think, on Bastianini's current time.
Over the line we go. Marini up to second. 137.28. Ralph Fernandez 4/10 down. He's in 6th at the moment. And there Bastianini's in 3rd place. 2.4 seconds down. Here's Ralph Fernandez now. Second.
Whew.
Trackhouse improving massively now. 130.666 again.
Whereas Bastianini can only manage 2.5 seconds back.
And this is crucial now because they're all going to start their last lap times with 1 minute 30 to go. Anyone who crosses the line now.
This one counts.
Exactly. And Miller will know that too. He's estimated 4th as the camera pan back. Acosta's, he's had a slow lap, but he's still finding time.
How is he doing this?
Sector 3 fastest now. Miller over the line. Surely it's quick again. Miller now second. 135.85. 6/10 back still.
Getting closer and closer this time, though.
I think Acosta might go even faster here if he's not careful, and does so. 129.817 as a seagull flies past him. So I think that's Acosta safe. He's 7/10 clear. I don't see anyone getting that much.
He can do another lap.
He could still do another one. Ralph Fernandez improving. So's Enea Bastianini by 6/10 of a second. 3/10 now. So the track's improving to everyone who's coming through now.
And I think Acosta's just going to do a very slow lap this time. So I think it's coming up to the line now for Ralph Fernandez. What does he do next?
He's a 10th down, Megs.
Stays.
Yeah. Mia is 6th as well. Hasn't improved. Bastianini's bouncing that Ducati around coming into the last corner. I thought he was going to drop it there. A few bit of rain spots as well. Bastianini over the line. Fastest. 129.728. Now all of a sudden Acosta looks vulnerable as the checker flag comes out. Bastianini gets that factory Ducati through. Miller looking faster. It's all going to come down to who's on the last lap track first. Once again, it's all eyes to the front. Here comes Jack Miller. 1:29.909 stays third. Quattararo stays sixth.
Okay. Suppose anyone could beat Acosta's time.
Zarco did. Zarco's second. Look, computer's predicting him as he comes across the line. Zarco's gone second fastest. Zarco kicks out Acosta. Didn't see that coming.
No, we did not.
1:29.786. Remarkable from Honda. Luca Marini. He's looking fastest as well. So is Ralph Fernandez. Look at Marini. 10,000s in the third sector. Ralph Fernandez might still take it. And Ea Bastianini still might too. Marini's done the fastest time.
Wait, look at Ralph Fernandez's time right now.
It was 1,000s, Megan. 1:29.727. Ralph Fernandez over the line for Trackhouse. Bastianini there too. Ralph Fernandez fastest by 0.3. 1:29.397. Where did Raul come from? And now can Bastianini spoil the party for Honda? Yes, he does. Second place for Bastianini. I didn't expect that. Raul Fernandez tops Q1 for Trackhouse. A 1:29.397. Bastianini is second. It's 13th on the grid for Luca Marini. 14th Jan Zarco. 15th Pedro Acosta. 16th Jack Miller in his home Grand Prix. 17th Augusto Fernandez. 18th Jack Miller for Juan Mir. 19th Fabio Quartararo. 20th Aleix Espargaro. 21st Taki Nakagami. 22nd Lorenzo Salvadori. Where did that come from?
I do not know, and that was a little bit
What
of a glitch
flashed up there?
I do not know.
Yeah, something flashed up on the monitor, didn't it?
So, flashed away as quick as you can blink.
What happened, though, for Raul
I
Fernandez?
have no idea.
Back to front for Trackhouse. What a great day for them.
I have no idea what suddenly happened.
Last of the conditions, isn't it? Has to be.
Probably.
Yeah.
We did say whoever was last across that line.
Let's have a look then. Everyone was saying about how time stops Miller's out, Raul cooking, Marini tops Luca, Raul tops Neo, Bastianini knock out Marini. Everyone was wrong. Luca's so fast. Marini's best ever grid position with Repsol Honda this season. Absolutely. Nobody saw that coming.
No.
Still highest for 13th though for Luca Marini, but Raul and Ea, they came out of nowhere. Everybody got the prediction wrong there. Acosta, 15th. Zarco, 14th. He got close, but Raul really going well there for Trackhouse. I like that one. As it comes through. And now we've got sunshine. Track temperature's improving. Track's dry. And now we've got the fight for pole position with the two championship protagonists in it as well. That's coming up next. Q2 is next. Don't go anywhere. Stay exactly where you are. Who do you think it's going to be?
I'm not sure at this point.
I don't either. It's almost in a situation where we don't know what's going to happen next.
Yeah. I feel like if you had to pick someone, you wouldn't know.
Let's head down to Susie and Michael.
Really, and last man on track really was always, I suppose, on a drying track, going to get the fastest lap, and that's what we saw.
Yeah, it was a little bit of timing was everything, and sometimes the hand falls in your favour, as it did for Raul Fernandez. He had to put everything on the line. He did put it together, so fair play to him. But Enea Bastianini as well just got across the line, got one more lap. Otherwise, he wasn't getting through today. So, yeah, it was a little bit, Neil called it, it's going to be the last person to cross the line, and it was exactly that. So, frustration for the KTM boys, Gas and KTM 5th and 6th after leading the way. It looked like Jack and Pedro were the most likely to go through. Then it looked like the Hondas, and surprise package of Raul Fernandez, as you mentioned, under the weather yesterday. Didn't say exactly what it was, but not feeling too well. So he did do some laps, bottom of the timesheets yesterday and top of them today. So, yeah, good turnaround.
Yeah, really good turnaround. Probably was the bug that we've all had as
Yeah,
well. It's
true.
gone through the whole paddock, hasn't it? And not very nice. So he'll be happy to get through. He'll be delighted. Yeah, Pedro Acosta, midway through that, you could see that he was really kind of churning a groove around Phillip Island. But ultimately, it was about timing.
Unfortunately for Pedro, he looked good on the bike when the conditions were at their trickiest. He was the most comfortable, really, a few laps into the session, and you'd have thought he was a shoe-in to go through. So obviously he was getting the signals on his board. He kept pushing, but his last lap wasn't his best, and it should have been. So maybe it was a mistake from his part. He just rolled off early thinking he had enough done, or maybe a mistake with the wind at turn 1. But for whatever the reason, he didn't get his best at the end of the session. So he looked good out there, and he'd just be looking to bounce back from 15th on the grid tomorrow.
Incredibly frustrating for Jack Miller to not go through on his home Grand Prix. He'll be visually disappointed with that as well, and he did look like he was fast. But it didn't happen at the end of the session. Let's get the thoughts from the KTM camp then. Steve is with Francesco Guidotti.
Francesco, obvious disappointment that Jack hasn't made it through from that session. What's the feedback?
Feedback was, first flying lap with slick tires. He hit a rabbit, and the belly pan was completely open. So, yeah, difficult to ride in this condition.
Conditions are difficult for everyone. It's clearly now slick tyres, but some hope for Brad coming up here.
Yeah, of course. Now it's 29. It's a good lap time, means that the condition is getting better and better. 15 minutes more at the end of the session will be fine. So everybody will push.
We know he was competitive last year here for the race, fighting for the podium. Do you think that's on offer again here this weekend?
Yeah, I hope so. Again, yeah. I mean, feeling is good, and despite the cancellation of yesterday morning practice, Brad has a good feeling, so why not?
Best of luck.
Thank you.
Jack and a rabbit. That's the boys said they thought they saw something, but we kind of hoped it wasn't that.
Yeah, unfortunately, if it's opened the bottom of the belly pan, that affects the aero and how the bike steers and feels. So something did look strange for Jack. Normally those are his conditions. The early laps he wasn't that fast. He put it together towards the end, but he obviously wasn't able to pull a rabbit out of his hat today. So yeah, he unfortunately pulled one out of his ferret instead.
That's very, very poor, Michael Laverty. I'm not having that. I think it's probably a hare, but we'll go with it. Anyway, RIP hare. So that's the trouble around Phillip Island with the nature around here. It's dangerous. Obviously, it's dangerous for the animals, but it's clearly dangerous for the riders as well. And we've got the wind. It was such a lottery out there in that session, wasn't it?
As Francesco said, it's going to get better over these next 15 minutes, but really tricky. We've seen geese crossing the track yesterday, and the marshals do well to signal, and normally the sessions get stopped.
They red flag it straight away, don't they?
Immediately, but the hares and rabbits are a little bit faster, so you can't predict it. But yeah, it is the elements that we're dealing with right on the southern coast of Australia. So yeah, unfortunately, tricky conditions for all, but at least it does seem to be fair. The wind's staying, it's going to interrupt things in this Q2 session, no?
Does this man go in as favourite to you? Because he's topped every session so far, and he's looked supreme. I mean, yes, in terms of yesterday's session, they were 17, I think, within a second, but he does look supreme here.
He does, and an anti-clockwise track with long-hanging left-handers, perfect for Marc Marquez. On a weekend when it's a little bit hit and miss with weather, not as much information for everyone to dial their settings in, you got to say he's probably favourite for pole position and the race tomorrow, and maybe even the sprint this afternoon. So I think he's just in command. The GP23 Ducati's working well for everyone, not just him, for Marco Bezzecchi, for his teammate Alex Marquez. So yeah, it's a bit of a mixed bag here this weekend, and good to see a shake-up of the running order. So there's a championship race hanging in the balance for the two GP24 Ducatis, but these GP23 riders, like this man on screen, he's looking good this weekend and want to shake things up.
Do you think ultimately with the session this morning, though, the GP24 riders, the championship contenders, have had enough time now to rebalance that, and we could see normal service resumed, or do you think we might have a few surprises in this one?
Yeah, obviously we know Ducati can dial things in overnight. They can improve a little bit. This is the first out and on track with slick tyres for Jorge Martin and Pecco today. We've seen from Enea there's been improvements with the GP24, so yeah, I think we could see a few surprises here. The riders who've made improvements overnight on the setting, because we lost one session in the morning. It was just one session to get the bikes dialed in.
And in terms of qualifying around here at Phillip Island, it's quite a narrow track. 13 metres, we discussed it yesterday during our 2-hour session of filling during that free practice 1 session. Quite narrow, but there are places to overtake here. So just how vital is the qualifying session now?
It's important, but I would say less so because it's an old school racetrack, and you mentioned so many places to overtake. Slipstream effect down into turn 1, change of direction into 2. So it's a great racer's track, but everyone wants the front row. It just makes things easier. We know in MotoGP it's difficult when you've got such a high level of opponent.
And we are going to get the bikes coming behind us actually in a minute, just so you know. It's going to get very, very noisy very, very shortly, because here comes Jorge Martin getting out there first. He wants to get there. He goes, just having a look to make sure he can go out on the track. And there he goes. And Maverick Vinales, who's been enigmatic as always. And I think the other enigmatic rider this weekend is Alex Rins, because you never quite know what you're going to get with Alex.
And when Alex is on form, he can spring a surprise. So it's really nice to see a bit of a resurgence. Alex has had such a tough season. Maverick Vinales, though, looking really good. He can upset the apple cart. A good qualifying from him means the Aprilia works over race distance. So, yeah, exciting to see how this one unfolds.
I think they're pretty much all out now. Another couple to go. We've got Francesco Bagnaia behind us and Enea Bastianini. The boys are on their way. Let's hand over to Gavin and Neil for this one.
It is
Qualifying number 2 then is underway for the Australian Grand Prix here at Phillip Island. Marc Marquez, Alex Marquez, Marco Bezzecchi, Juan Martin, and then it's Pecco Bagnaia, Maverick Vinales, Brad Binder, Fabio Di Giannantonio, Franco Morbidelli, Alex Rins, and the two making it through from Q1, Ralph Fernandez and Enea Bastianini. Megan's had 40 weeks up in the commentary box and ready to go. 15 more minutes. Well, actually, not even that. 13 more minutes and we can go to bed.
Yay.
For 3 hours until we have to wake up for the TC sprint.
Do you know what? I'll take it.
Who do you think is going to be on pole position, Megs?
I don't know. Bagnaia.
You really just don't know, do you?
No.
Either you don't know or you're just like, I don't know.
I'm both. I'm too tired to actually comprehend.
Megan has completely given up on the whole weekend so far.
I have. And for me, it's only Friday yet. It's only Saturday.
If you would like to see what Megan looked like, go to @JoshuaBurge99 on Instagram. And I snapped a photo of her when she was closing her eyes.
Here's an update.
Over the line then to start the lap times and down in towards turn number 1. Let's see what we're going to have then for this session. Come on, Megs, it's going to be fun, this one. Yeah, you can look at me, but we're on the main camera now, not the bottom one. I mainly installed this second camera so like they can see you when you're down there.
We may not want them.
Oh, good, you're sitting up now. I'll put us back on the main camera. There you go.
How about I sit like this?
That'll do. So, Martin is up there. So, hard front... oh, hello. For Martin, he's the only one up there. Hard front, soft rear tyre, Megan. So, he's taken an unusual gamble.
That's a very strange thing to do.
On a damp track that's just got dry, you'd think it'd be soft, wouldn't you, on the front?
Yeah.
So, for him to go hard, he's going to have no brake. I'm going to say Martin's going to crash. I'm saying now, Martin's...
I mean, possibly. I'm glad I didn't choose him then.
Who did you pick for pole again, Bagnaia?
Bagnaia.
Yeah.
First person I saw.
I'm going to go for Marc Marquez's pole position here, personally. Okay. Let's have a look. Let me know in the chat who's you thinking. Alex Rins is the unexpected one in this group because we could usually see him in the mid-pack or at the back this season. Yeah. First lap time's coming through then. Here we go. Martin will be the first. Yeah. You can see the rear of that Ducati moving up and down over the line, and it's a 1:29.931. Vinales is a 1:32.18. Morbidelli a 1:32.015. Everyone then, Megan, still finding their feet at the moment in these conditions because, of course, they haven't run yet in dry conditions. So watch out for Ralph Fernandez and especially Enea Bastianini as Bastianini's gone fast, but got a yellow flag already in sector 1.
Who?
Someone's off at turn 1. It's one of the VR46ers who have gone down.
I'm going to guess Bezzecchi.
Well, it's
Digiantonio.
Digiantonio's down at turn 1.
It's got moving again.
Yeah, so I reckon he's dropped it.
No.
No, has he? Well, hang on.
It says he's moving. Where are you moving?
No, he's still stuck on the driver tracker. Look, he's still stuck on the driver tracker. So Digi's stopped in. Digi's crashed at turn 1. That's going to spoil everybody's lap time, I would imagine. So.
Do you know what? It might actually be Bezzecchi.
Yeah. So, well, I can't tell on the monitor who he's looking at.
Oh no, it definitely is Digi.
He's
not moving. It's not
yeah.
moving. See, I can't process things.
It's down at turn 1, so that's the long sweeping right-hander.
Yeah, he's crashed.
Wonder if this might be a red flag.
No, it better not be.
Well, the yellow has stayed and everybody's gone through that sector now. So we're going to have a few more updates. Let's see what race control say about this one, though. Martin up towards the line on the GP24 bike as well. And does a 1:28.365. Yellow flag received in. We are back to green flag running. Vinales second, Morbidelli still third, but the times are coming down thick and fast. Brad Binder moves up into 5th position. Rins goes 10th. Lap time's
Right.
cancelled. Wow.
Yeah, that's a lot of riders who have had their lap times
93,
cancelled.
73, 25, 23, 1. All of those getting deleted.
And the air temperature's going up.
That's good. That'll raise track temperature as well.
Martin is currently 500ths off his own time. For Vinales, no, he's faster than his own time. And Vinales is currently 2.5 tenths faster than Martin's current time. And that's gone down to
Yeah.
almost 2 tenths.
So they are improving. They are finding the gaps they need to out here. That's going to be better and better news. Martin can still get something in as they come over Lukey Heights, down the hill again, as well into turn 12. 13 and 14 coming up the last two on the track. Bagnaia is down by 0.2 of a second as well. He's still struggling to find delta time. It's all still to play for.
It is, and I'm just looking at the clock and thinking, that's the amount of time I have until I get to go to bed.
8 minutes. Yeah, we'll release you first.
No, you can do quicker.
Martin across the line, and it's a 1:28.106. Vinales takes provisional pole position.
Woohoo!
1:27.991 came out of absolutely nowhere for him.
He was not on my bingo card to get me.
No, it wasn't on mine either, actually, as well. So he's managed to get some decent times out there.
Pagnaia's doing quite well, though, right now. So, he only goes 5th.
What about Marc Marquez over
He's
the
in
line to 3rd place? Yeah. Alex, as you say, to 6th. Bagnaia 5th. Bassini 9th. Again, more times keep on changing. Zhou Guanyu has been given a 5-place grid penalty for
Why?
gearbox, I believe.
Wait a minute, how can that
No,
happen?
energy store.
He's in 20th.
He'll start from the pit lane for the F1 sprint. Yeah. So Vinales on pole. So it's those medium fronts that are working. Don't think hard front's the right call. Don't know what Martin's thinking. Unless he's going to
Okay.
box now. Oh,
Poor-
hello.
Poor
What's
guy
happening?
even gets demoted from last place.
Bagnaia's went off the track at turn 6.
Well, he's going well, isn't he?
He's taken the ulterior pit lane exit for the secondary track here.
Maybe I should just not pick people.
Megan is now sat wondering, as you can see on camera too.
I'm so tired.
We're nearly there. This is Marc Marquez down into turn 3.
I've been fantasizing for about 10 minutes about my nighttime drink and food.
I'm quite peckish, to be fair. There's a spaghetti bolognese if you want it. I'm generally thinking about heating it up and having some. What
Do
about you?
it. It's yours?
Well, actually, it was Mum's, but she said she's not going to have it, so I might do.
I thought she got that for you.
No, she made it.
No, the hoops.
Oh, no, not the... Did you think the same as me?
No, I saw you look and I was like, what?
Didn't you hear the door?
No,
I
that,
thought-
no, that was them
That's
moving the
track.
tools around.
I thought it was the commentary box door, so I was looking to the door to see who was coming in.
I always lock it when I enter the box.
You've locked the
I-
commentary box
No,
door?
I haven't locked it this time with you. But whenever I'm in here on my own, I just lock it because I'm just
Oh,
like,
I
okay.
do the
just,
same.
And it's like, okay, I'm on my own now. I could,
You just moved your leg and hit the side, didn't you?
more like I just jabbed my nail into my bite.
Just quickly mute Megan's microphone while she's in pain. Turn off camera. As you come through. So we're into the usual gap now. Actually, while we've got this gap, let's hand over to TNT Sports. Give Megan a break.
Game Martini doesn't get flustered as much. I mean, he made that mistake, unfortunately for him, in Misano when it started to rain on the lap when he decided to come in. I mean, that was a big mistake, but
What?
That's the one that hasn't healed as much as the rest too.
Ugh.
Because I'm having to lay down. So I'm having to prioritise the wounds on the front so that because one of them's slightly on the side, so
Right.
that I can actually sleep. So that one's still a bit redder than the rest of them. Well, pinkish red. The others are kind of like red, like a darker red that's kind of purple. So I know it's turning into a bruise.
Dawn are putting the mats out for the qualifying. Are you alright?
No. It's really painful. because it's mine swell. My bites swell more.
I'm not supposed to be laughing and smiling, and
Laughing and smiling.
I'm laughing and smiling. I'll try and half smile. Oh, hurts.
It was the top of it too. I'm just grateful that I didn't accidentally hit myself in the middle of it.
SSG says, Maverick looking quick so far. Ralph's currently in fourth. Both the Lenovo Ducatis not having a great time here for the Island. That is correct. If you're wondering which side of the face I had surgery on, by the way, it's this side. The side where the microphone is. So that's a good idea. I was going to switch it, but I can't be bothered.
I'm not happy.
You're 5 minutes away from escaping.
4.
Plus 1. Ducati changing over one of Bagnaya's bikes, just changing some tyres and changing some brake bias.
I have to borrow one of your painkillers.
You're not borrowing my super duper painkillers. Bagnaya's having trouble here with the ride height. They've adjusted some of the settings here, Max. And he's gone now, but he's lost a lap here. So Bagnaya's only going to have 1 lap. Martin's got another one. Look at that. Martin's got a new soft rear tyre, but he's kept that hard front, and he's gone 24 thousandths of a second faster in that main sector.
Jeez, that's quick.
So, oh, hello, Dr. Dangle into turn 6 at the hairpin, Honda hairpin. Keeps it nicely down at the exit. Through 7 and 12. 7 and 11.
I've got a plaster in my pocket. I'm going to have to put it on that one.
Megan's now going to... well, that's going to be fun for the sprint race.
No, I'm putting plaster on and doing, putting medicine on bites after that because I can't... Earlier on when I was getting dressed, I'd put all the things on and basically it still came off onto the insides of the leggings.
Yeah.
It's like, oh great, so my leggings get to have the cream, but I don't.
So Martin's made a mistake, Megan, up in Lukey Heights. Look at that, his leg came off the bike. He almost dropped it, so he's lost time.
He's flirting with the drop.
Martin could have had top position here, and he's just dropped it. Hi, Martin, with a fire emoji. You're all saying in the chat, he nearly dropped it there as well. And we've got a ridiculous traffic jam going on with the 2 Cassinis of the Marquezes.
It looks like one of them's just dragging the other.
Bezzecchi does a 129.076. Bagnaya's now gone for the hard front tyre. So has an Air Basciani. So all the GP24 Ducatis, Megan, hard front, soft rear. Interesting call.
It is an interesting call, though. 2 minutes. 2 minutes. And that is Martin currently 2 tenths up on Vinales' time. So he's currently estimated first position. But how's Vinales doing? Not that great.
No, he's going to big up for the next lap time. This is effectively the last lap of qualifying, by the way. Everyone's going to have one more run. I doubt we'll have time for another go-around. Do you, Megs?
I hope not. Because I don't know whether I can take it.
This is crescendo then. The big moment. Who's going to be hot dog? Martin is 0.5 of a second faster. He's still got something to go around as well. He's still estimated first place. He comes to Franco Morbidelli. Moves up into 5th position as Martin comes out of turn 14, making his half a second up.
That's good. Bezzecchi goes in to 5th position.
Martin across the line. Takes provisional pole. 1:27.296. Much better lap.
How's Bagnaya doing? Not that great.
No, Bagnaya is 6/10 down and losing time. He's 1.3 down now into Lukey Heights.
Jeez, what's happening to him?
Oh, it's nobody wants to win this World Championship as well. That's what I keep saying. Bagnaya and Martin are not championship material.
They really don't want to win.
If Marc Marquez was on this bike, he would be world champion by now. End of.
About 3 races ago.
Yeah. Over the line for Bagnaya. No improvement. 1:29.026. Stays 7th.
He actually got a bit worse.
He did. Yeah, he did, because it was his best lap times 1:28.897.
5 seconds.
Here's Marc Marquez. What can he do over the line? As the checkered flag comes out then for qualifying. It's third place for Marc Marquez. Raul Fernandez goes fourth. Martin starts pushing up pole. Vinales confirms himself for second place. Bagnaya's estimated fifth. Megan is 2/10 down and is losing more time. Alex Marquez, 8th. Rins, 9th. Bashi, 10th. Binder, 11th. So we've got our times confirmed. I think Mark and Raul are pretty much done as well, aren't they?
Yeah, I would say so. Come on, Bagnaya, this is your final chance.
Marco Bezzecchi moves up into 4th position ahead of Raul Fernandez. Morbidelli goes into 5th place as well. Bagnaia still estimated 5th with the flags. But time's running out. I don't think he's got enough in him.
I agree.
Into Lukey Heights. Mark is on a lap time, so is Raul.
Yeah, Bagnaya's not getting this. Mark, if he hurries up a bit, possibly could get this. He's already estimated 2nd. Raul Fernandez estimated 4th currently. There's a possibility he might get 2nd.
Over the line then comes Pecco Bagnaia. What has championship contender got? And the leader, 5th only. 128.478. So much more work for him to do in the Tissot Sprint and the Grand Prix.
Promising.
Marc Marquez, however, dragging the GP3 Ducati over the line. It's not going to be pole. Can it be front row? Yes, it is. And Raul goes 6th to complete the order. Mark 2nd on the board. What a great quali we've had there. That was fantastic in mixed conditions.
It was.
Who do you think's going to win the race?
Honestly, at this point, I don't know, probably Martin.
Martin probably will win the sprint race. Unless it rains, that's going to be the other question on the matter. What a session. Practice starts going on for Martin. Trying to get that nailed down for later. Martin on pole for the Grand Prix and the Tissot Sprint. Marc Marquez 2nd. Maverick Vinales 3rd. Bezzecchi 4th. Bagnaia 5th. Raul Fernandez 6th. Morbidelli 7th. Alex Marquez 8th. Rins 9th. Bashing 10th. Binder 11th. And D'Antonio finishes in 12th position. Final thoughts from you, Megs?
A, I'm tired, and B, that was entertaining.
It was really entertaining. It's Jorge Martin who takes another blow in the championship then. He has pole position for the Grand Prix of Australia. 3 hours then until the Tissot Sprint. We're on air at 4:50 a.m. British summer time for all of the action from the MotoGP Grand Prix. The live chat is already available on YouTube as well. Thanks for your company. As SHT points out, it's an all-Spanish front row. It's a Ducati 1-2 Aprilia 3. We'll see you for the Tissot Sprint in 3 hours' time. Bye-bye.